are here today because in less than 3 weeks, New Jersey will choose its next governor. And I am proud to stand with Barbara Buono to be elected as the next governor of the state of New Jersey. We have to elect Barbara as our next governor because the people of New Jersey need her leadership. The middle-class families, the working poor, those who are unemployed, our students, our teachers, and those whose civil rights and human rights are violated as women, as gays and lesbians here in the state of New Jersey. We want to make sure that on November 5th, we put those communities and those people first, and the path to do that is electing Barbara Buono as the next governor of New Jersey.
I've spent my entire life fighting for the other little guys, and Chris Christie's done a good job looking out for those at the top. But ask yourselves, is he really looking out for you? No. You know, he's on late night TV with these wisecracks, and you know, if you talk to people, I know those of you who are making phone calls, and they'll say, well, you know, he seems like a likable guy. Say to them, do not confuse being likable with being on your side, because this is the same man who came into office and balanced his budget by increasing taxes on the working poor and didn't ask millionaires to pay a penny more. So when you're making those phone calls, make sure you ask people, say, answer this question. Has Chris Christie's policies really helped you and your families? And I think that they'll get that answer very quickly.
What this election is really about, and when you're a governor and you're running for re-election, the voters need to let you know what they think of your management skills. What Chris Christie's been really good at is managing his brand. That's going really, really well, apparently. You know, the late night talk show circuit and the pretender that he's been when it comes to actually really being a moderate or reaching across the aisle and working with folks who care about middle-class families and fighting for the little guy, that's a lot of malarkey. I mean, let's look at the record. Over the next 3 weeks, we need to make sure that New Jerseyans understand the record. This is a guy who is atop a state with 8.6% unemployment. At a time when most states have already dipped below 8% and are going ever lower, thanks to President Obama's leadership in fighting to get jobs created and get this economy turned around. You have property taxes that have skyrocketed out of control. You have the second highest foreclosure rate in the country, unfortunately behind my state, which has the highest, also led by a totally irresponsible Republican governor. Then let's look at the record of legislation that has been sent to his desk by the Democratic legislature. This is a guy who, as governor, has decided that women don't need equal pay for equal work. We don't need to make sure that when a woman does the same job as a man, that the law requires that she earn the same pay. He vetoed that legislation. In the midst of multiple mass shootings in the past year, the Navy Yard, Newtown, there was a mass shooting not 30 miles from my home in South Florida. 7 people dead. Chris Christie vetoes background check legislation to ensure that fewer people who shouldn't have guns could get them. These are are these the values of New Jerseyans? No. Not in my experience. Democrats know that our most precious resource is your time, and I'll tell you, I know that because when my daughter's elementary school PTA calls me and asks me to either write them a $25 check or come staff the bake sale. Staffing the bake sale table is a little bit harder than writing the check. But when I write that check, I feel like I've done my part. Well, no, you haven't. You need to write the check, too, because we need to make sure this campaign has all the resources that they need to be able to get this message out, that when it comes to education and health care and fighting for working families, Millie Silva and Barbara Buono and Millie Silva, they are interchangeable in terms of their leadership and their commitment and their passion about moving New Jersey forward. We've got to part with that most precious of resources, and that is our time. So think about all the days you have between now and Election Day on November 5th. And whatever spare minute you have, even free up some time, put some of that less important stuff to after November 5th. Make sure you come down and knock on the doors and make the phone calls and get the word out, because just like Barbara, has defied the odds time and time again. And I know that that can be done because I did it myself in my first race when I knocked on 25,000 doors at home in a 6-way race, getting 53% of the vote when all the good old boys told me it wasn't my turn and there's no way I could win. Women are good at defying the odds. Prove them wrong. Make sure that you carry Barbara Buono and Millie Silva on the shoulders to the office of Governor and Lieutenant Governor of the great state of New Jersey, and we know we can do it with your help. On to victory on November 5th. Thank you very much.